Wow, you gotta love the new repair system. Hello there, it's Toad Peregrine 4, and this video I have a lot of updates. I filmed these all before, but they got messed up somehow when I was looking through them to edit them. Also, I apologize for how long it's been since a video. It's been 2 days, I think, but either way, here we go. So first thing is I just moved all of my stuff from over here to over there. It's not really a big change, just a quick change. Also, I built this smuggler's shack here. Or I'm calling it the smuggler's shack. It's not really a shack, it's actually quite large. So here you can purchase a cake for an iron ingot and a golden apple for 1 gold block, which is quite expensive, but what can you do? It's not really meant, it's not really the purpose of this. So, as well as using a few arrows to get through the door. So real quick, let me just grab this stuff so I can show it to you. We got so cake, golden apple, and boom, back in. So I do quite like how this looks. It's pretty cool. Upstairs, just had this ladder to get here. This is meant for like the shopkeepers. There's gonna be like a room up here where they'd sleep and keep their wares and that sort of thing. But also, I've got this front window here and a chest, which I quite like. Don't really know why. Just a big fan of that. Oh my god. So that was the first thing I built. Second thing was this forge, which this was very heavily influenced by a picture I found on Google. And I made these forge banners, which are like blacksmith banners, which I quite like. I tried to make like an anvil and make like a fire. I couldn't figure out a way to do that. So I figured out how to make a hammer, and that's pretty representative of a blacksmith. I mean, yeah. So here I've got the actual forge, which is, burning. So you would take your molten sword or whatever, heat it up in here, bring it over to this anvil, hammer on it, then dip it in water to cool it. So got like a barrel of water here, which, I don't know, just sort of adds to what all is here. Some resource blocks piled up in the corner so you can, break it down, get your ingots or whatever. On the back side of it, to have a bit of functionality, I have an auto furnace. So pretty much you put whatever you want to cook in here, it gets put into this furnace. Then fuel, so coal or sticks or whatever, you can put in here, and they'll get pushed right into there. And then whenever stuff's done cooking, it'll automatically get sucked out and put into here. So it's pretty cool. Down here, I have like a well, some armor stands. On this side, I've got like some charcoal piled up. These are just coal blocks. When the forge got low or whatever, you just come over here, take a shovel, and get some coal and throw it up into the fire. Got some wood here, which doesn't really serve a purpose at all, as far as even what it would be used for here, but I guess you could cook it into charcoal and use that to fuel the forge, I suppose. As for in here, I have some armor on display, as well as a metric fuck ton of furnaces, which are all empty. So I guess if I needed to cook a ton of stuff all at once, I could come in here and do that. In here I have what would be like the blacksmith's bed and where he keeps his extra wares or whatever. So and an iron door here, just so sort of protects him from people just wandering into his stuff, you know. A locked door that only opens from the inside. So that's pretty cool. I really like how this building looks. Not too fond of that. It's there. I need to rework that, but I'll do time. Third thing I built was this granary here, where I took power from, well, not really took power, I guess in theory took power from here, brought it over through these shafts, which brings it into this box here, and in here we have a couple of gears and things, I suppose, which would, like, you'd throw wheat in and it would get processed and then get spat out over here as hay bales, or I don't really know, but just something to process wheat into hay. This really serves no function other than, I mean, I guess technically food storage. You could break these down and turn them into bread. Doesn't really serve a functional purpose though. And I've got like extra wheat piled up everywhere, just shit laying around everywhere. This area is kind of not very useful because these take up enough space to where you couldn't really build anything else here. Which, considering that this is like the corner of two other builds, like I didn't want to plop something else large and functional here, just it'd feel a bit crowded. So made something that was purely aesthetic and kind of small. I mean, it takes up a lot of space, but that's mostly because of the shape of it. Like, as far as actual number of air blocks, there's quite a lot. You know, like, you couldn't really build anything else here. Sort of just, this is taking up all the space without being large. And lastly for this video, I built this little house here, which I quite like. So don't really know what this wall is for. I still need to add some like decoration and stuff in here, but got a chest for storage. This is meant to be like a house for maybe one or two people. What I'll probably end up doing actually is just making this a real small room. It's got a small upstairs, just a little room and some more storage, and just real quaint, you know. A bunch of random shit along the sledge, sort of thing. Don't like how much cobble is sort of on the upstairs. I'll probably end up changing that, but yeah, I added these paths connecting everything, and threw a couple trees around. Don't know why this texture packet has, you know, little, they're not transparent. Might open up the texture pack and change that myself. I don't like that. That the seas are, sorry, that the tree leaves are completely opaque with no transparent bits, but whatever. So yeah, that's all of the things I've built so far, and I threw in little mossy cobblestone bits just to break it up a little bit more, which it sort of helps that Optifine does like the random texture thing where it puts bits of shit, like there's that, and then yeah, like look at all that random stuff in there. Sort of helps it blend in, you know. But that's all I have. Sorry about there not being content for a day or two. But just, I recorded stuff that I didn't go through. But if you have any recommendations, just let me know, and I'll take a look at them and consider them. And thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys next time. Where in the fuck did he come from?